We return from holiday break. We want to help you to energize your independent reading life. So we know that as Glens Falls Middle School students, we read. We find that reading is important. We offer you lots and lots of time to do reading. And one of the things that we want you to consider is, since you do have all that time reading, we're hoping that you will start to think about your reading life and start to choose books that you enjoy, so that you're spending that time with books that mean something to you and isn't feeling like it's a slog. So we've talked about several reasons why reading is important. I'm sure that your teachers have told you that you get 20 minutes a day. You read more than a million words per year. It's actually closer to 2 million. 20 minutes of reading a day builds a more mature vocabulary. 20 minutes of reading a day makes you a better writer. But there's some other reasons why, reading is such an important activity, because reading sometimes can be hard, and research shows that hard is necessary, that there are so many jobs that in the future, and just working in school in general, where we have to learn how to be triers, and kids that will keep on going even if things are difficult, and reading helps to teach us that. It also is going to prepare us for the world of work. Take a look at some of the jobs that require literacy, and really most jobs nowadays requires that the human doing it be literate. In the business world, a person typically spends about 2 hours a day reading, so it's not something that's ever going to really leave your life. And it is, studies show that reading is financially rewarding. And on the other side of it, 14.5 Americans with poor reading skills are unemployed. And 40% of all children will have their educational careers cut short because they can't read well enough. So learning to read is important. And we know that the way that we learn to read is just by sheer volume. Reading and reading and reading grows our ability to read. But also, reading is an essential component of college. And more importantly, especially in this day and age, reading arms you against oppression. Over 60% of prison inmates are illiterate. And 85% of juvenile offenders are unable to read. So we know that, not being able to read is connected to a frustrating life. And we don't want that for any of you. So it is such an important thing to try to figure out how to do in a way that makes you enjoy it, because we want to enjoy the things that we spend time with, and it's a really important skill to have. So we might as well find ways to do it where we like doing it, and it doesn't feel like such a chore. Another study shows that reading develops a moral compass, and what that basically means is it helps us to understand that there are consequences to actions. And reading just in overall makes you smarter. The one thing that I would add to this infographic that's not here is in as middle schoolers in your life, you don't have a lot of things that are in your control, right? There's things that you have to do, and that quite often happens in your life in many, many, many areas. Independent reading is an area where it is in your hands. You get to choose. The word independent means just that. It's all about you. You choose the reading, whether it be fiction or nonfiction, whether it be all dogman books that you read 10 times or 12 times, whether it be books on a certain subject like football or something that you're really passionate about. It doesn't matter. It is your choice. And in a world where choice isn't, something that comes around often for middle schoolers, we want you to realize that independent reading is an area where you get to choose. And so this course is designed today to help you kind of think, what are the books that I want to read? and to make a list of those books to kind of help guide your independent reading for at least the beginning of 20.